Over the past few weeks, we have seen so much information come out about Michigan football and the alleged cheating scandal. We've heard things about Jim Harbaugh. We've heard things about other staff members. We've seen videos and pictures of Connor Stallions supposedly at all these different games around the country in an alleged attempt to steal signs from these other teams. And now it looks like a lot of people, at least in the Big Ten coaches, have had enough of it. They want the Big Ten to punish Jim Harbaugh right now, regardless of how long it takes the NCAA to investigate these claims. Vast majority of Big Ten coaches want Michigan punished right now over sign stealing controversy. Now, I've talked about it from the beginning. When it first started to come out, a lot of it sounded weird. It wasn't quite sure how to feel about it. We've now seen a lot of different videos of Connor Stallions. We've seen all these videos on the sidelines of him potentially telling coordinators, hey, what he thinks this team or that team will run. Some of that stuff can be determined by looking at signs during a game and just by doing your research. That doesn't necessarily mean that they were cheating. But then when you link it together with all the different tickets and all the different games he supposedly either went to or sent people to, it really starts looking bad for Michigan. But until an official report comes out, I have no fucking idea of what to really think about this and also whether Jim Harbaugh really knew about it or not. My gut tells me that this is legit, that they were cheating, and I think a lot of teams in the NCAA and across all college football and NFL, I think a lot of teams are fucking cheating. Just depends on who gets caught. And if you thought the story couldn't get more convoluted, now we've started to hear within the last couple hours a new report coming out saying that the evidence that the NCAA got may be linked back to Ohio State in some way. That Ohio State might have some links to the private investigators, and potentially it was all a job by Ohio State to get Michigan in trouble. Now, regardless of if that is true, right, it's being reported by the Wolverine, it's been reported by Michigan's side of things for sure, but if that's a true statement and Michigan does have evidence that Ohio State are the ones behind the private investigators, will that matter if in all actuality the things happened anyway? Who fucking knows? But regardless of my opinion on that, it feels like overall the sentiments are very heavily weighted against Michigan and against Jim Harbaugh. And regardless of the result in the investigation, it feels like he's permanently tainted at Michigan right now. But let's get into the Big Ten coaches want to punish him immediately. According to a report, a vast majority of Big Ten coaches want Commissioner Tony Petitti to punish Michigan for the sign-stealing controversy. The sentiment was expressed by the coaches during a conference call on Wednesday night, according to ESPN. Now, to be fair, ESPN's been going very hard against Michigan. There's some people that think maybe they have a financial reason to do so. Maybe they're a little bit pissed off that Fox came and swooped and stole all the Big Ten coverage from them. Maybe that's one of the reasons they're going so hard. I know Crane and company have been talking about that for a while. Clay Travis tweeted this out today. Who knows? It's a big story, though. Like, this is a massive fucking story, so it's not surprising that ESPN would cover it. They have certainly seemed to be going very hard, though. The coaches reportedly urged Petitti to act right now. Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh is reportedly no longer on the line during the call. What are we waiting for? We know what happened, the coaches reportedly asked the commissioner. Michigan's been accused of sign stealing, with Wolverine staffer Connor Stallions standing at the center of the accusations. The schools placed Stallions on paid suspension amid an investigation into his actions. Investigators claim he's purchased a suspicious number of tickets to at least 35 Big Ten games over the past 3 years. Some people are even trying to say this is him on the sidelines of this Central Michigan sideline. We've seen different stuff come out of him, potentially telling coordinators during plays what he thinks they're going to run and then see them run those plays. Same one right here, Connor Stallions on the sideline. I think a lot of these things, certainly a lot of circumstantial evidence, people are always trying to steal each other's signs. You'll see all the time. You'll realize that a team has figured out the audible. They'll start signaling to their other teammates because they know what that audible means, what this means, what that type of verbiage used by that offense means. So that doesn't necessarily prove shit. I'm just going to say that. The videos that are coming out don't prove shit. It's just mounting evidence into what is already something that does not look good for Michigan. Now, if you're the Big Ten, if you're the guys in the Big Ten, think about this for a second. Michigan right now is on a path to potentially win the Big Ten and go to the college football playoff. So what if all that happens and then they get punished? If you're part of the Big Ten teams, they're probably salty because they're getting their asses kicked, but they also turn and look at Jim Harbaugh's record over the past 2 or 3 years since this reported cheating scandal started. They say, wow, he's beat the shit out of us a lot. Maybe there's a reason why. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they're bitter. Maybe it's a combination of everything. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a massive nightmare if Michigan, say, beats Ohio State, wins a Big Ten championship, and then punishment comes down. Or goes to the college football playoff. What if they won the national fucking championship this year and then stuff comes down? Now, I don't think that someone should be punished preemptively while they're still doing the investigation. I think they should let the investigation play out. But you understand why this is starting to become a potential massive fucking headache across the board for everyone. Apparently, a lot of people in the Big Ten, all the coaches want him punished immediately from the commissioner. I think they're probably going to wait and see what the NCAA does. I don't know if Jim Harbaugh is going to be there next year. I don't know if punishment comes down and he bounces and he goes to the NFL. Maybe he takes a year off of coaching. I don't fucking know what's going to happen. I do know one thing. I want to see the results of the investigation in totality, not just people with clips here or clips there. Either way, I think that Jim Harbaugh's reputation seems to have been permanently affected just by the allegations as they are right now. What do you guys think? Was Michigan cheating? Did Jim Harbaugh know about it? What do you think the punishment is going to be? And are these Big Ten coaches right to try to get him punished right now? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.